We are going to be joined by Romy Johnson and Jane Johnson, MBE from DisAbility Cornwall, to talk about humans of the Peninsula. Here's a short video about the work they're doing. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you both very much for taking the time to talk to us this afternoon here on Chaos TV. How are you both?
Yeah, thank you, Pudge. Very
Lovely,
well, thanks.
lovely to hear. Thank you again. Thank you very much for coming on the show. So today, let's start off with your roles within DisAbility Cornwall and Humans of the Peninsula. Could you both give us an explanation of what you guys do?
Yeah, sure. Shall I go first?
Yep.
So I'm the chief executive with DisAbility Cornwall, and I have been in post for 19 years here, actually. And in terms of Humans of the Peninsula, we've always known from our stakeholders that it was something that was always very much needed, and that is personal lifestyle assistance to support them with their independent living requirements. So it's something we've always wanted to do and finally managed to achieve with Romy's input.
Fantastic stuff. Romy, well, and yourself?
Yeah, just to add to that, so I've been with DisAbility Cornwall for nearly 3 years now, and my most recent endeavour with DisAbility Cornwall is obviously the Humans of the Peninsula service that we've set up. So within that, I am the support plan and brokerage, but also the Humans of the Peninsula lead as well.
Brilliant stuff. So definitely, obviously, both got the qualifications there and the experience. I mean, my goodness me. Before we run into obviously a bit of a crash here, I'm gonna ask you some things one by one, or else we're gonna end up with everyone talking at the same time. Romy, seeing as we just been with you, let's stay with you for a second. In your own words, could you describe the Humans of the Peninsula project? Where did the inspiration come from? Whoever needs to answer, feel free.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to let Jane answer this one because she knows the background a lot better than I do. So
Thank
I'll
you.
pass
Yeah.
over to Jane.
Okay, so as we saw in the video, Pudge, it was the incredible humanitarian uprising that we saw, and people working to support people in their communities on a scale that we've never ever seen before, have we? And in times we never ever thought we'd live to see, I guess, as well. Humans, in terms of it's about the creation of a humanitarian network, whether it's paid people or people who are willing to volunteer or undertake random acts of kindness. So it was about making it possible for people to do that, but in a very agile and very responsive way. And when we talk about humans as people as well, and I think, sometimes we see older people and, younger people might not see the person that is there, that somebody's father, somebody's brother, maybe somebody who served in our armed forces. And it's about, we're all humans. We've all got that story. We've all got that background. We all deserve that equality of opportunity to be supported and to be treated with respect.
That's so beautifully said. I can't add anything to that. That's really it comes from the heart, and at the end of the day, it's almost common sense that I feel like it's been lost somewhere along the way. That should be what we should be doing for each other. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, I'd absolutely agree with that. And I think, we're people first, are we not? And there is no cost to kindness, is what we say. Why is there not more kindness in this world? Why can't we do this for our fellow human? Whether we do it as a volunteer, whether we do it in terms of our paid work, why can't more of us do it? There's a massive need for it now. We know, there's issues like families are now dispersed, whereas at one time they lived in localized communities together and they might have better been able to support their loved ones at a time of need, maybe in their lives. But actually, we can all do that for our fellow neighbours. We can all do it, whether it's just dropping somebody in a pint of milk because you head into the shops, or whether you're just popping in to say hello, a little welfare check. Are you okay? Or, hey, I cooked a cottage pie. Can I drop you in some? It's not difficult for any of us to do.
I feel like that's something that we used to have as well, but it's sort of been lost as the years go on. But now with things like the pandemic, it's something that we need to revisit and readdress and go, actually, where has this sort of sense of community gone? This sense of just wanting to help your other fellow humans. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I think, Romy also led a whole team of volunteers during the pandemic and ended up in a position of delivering a community kitchen, something we've never done before, and serving 11,000 meals in 3 months. Ooh. And then in addition to that, a whole team of volunteers to be the COVID marshals at our local healthcare surgery. So people are willing to step up. They are willing to support their communities. And what we've done with humans now is about, and we'll go on to talk about it, is addressing the real need right now within our communities, within our health, within our care system, within social care. And we hope that through humans, and might be quite ambitious to say it, Pudge, but we hope we're going to go a long way to help bring people together, make it possible for everyone to come forward and do their bit, whether paid or unpaid. And if we can achieve something like this, we can do it in Cornwall, because Cornwall will stand together.
Oh, beautiful. Sorry, that you say things like that. You've got me. Absolutely. I'll bring it back now. I'll try not to get lost there in my Cornish patriotism. I think that's the way of saying it. So obviously, as we're all too aware, there's a crisis within the hospital and care community in the county. How will this project help relieve the pressure currently on the healthcare system?
Yeah, it's a very good question. So we've been operating this human since February time now. I think that's when we first started. And already we can see the relief that it's providing to the current pressures in the hospitals and also in the social care sector outside of the hospital. At the moment, we sit on meetings a week with the RCHT, the Discharge to Assess programme. And on that meeting is where clients come through for a little bit of extra support where there's a barrier to them going home. And just to give a few examples of this could be that their home is unhygienic. This could be that they have no support at home. We know at the minute packages of care are really hard to come by, and they're actually taking up to a couple of months to sort of put into place for people. So our PAs have been a brilliant resource in buying time for the packages of care to start. We're able to put a PA in the home. Maybe they might be working alongside another organisation, for example, Home First or SEPS or, the hospital's reablement providers. And we're able to sort of fill in the gaps there to alleviate their capacity. Our PAs on Humans of the Peninsula don't actually do personal care. So a lot of the time we can't take on a whole role, but what we can do is really complement the reablement agencies where they don't have capacity. So they may do a morning visit and be required to do a lunch visit and an evening visit, but there might not be any personal care on those visits. So we're able to supplement with the PA to have that, that more of a lifestyle approach, providing meals, medication prompts, similar things to what the agencies do, but in our own sort of tailored lifestyle kind of way. So we are really able to alleviate capacity on other sectors.
Fantastic. It sounds like where obviously there's a lot of, like we said, there's a lot of stress on the system at the moment in general, and where there may be sort of cracks from or rather large holes, not only you're filling those gaps, but you're also addressing other areas that may not be covered at all or may not be thought about, but are very much a vital need. Would that be correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And what's really important, Pudge, is we can all end up in these situations, and we do frequently in our lives where, we might have a period of being unwell or being alone or, we're struggling for some other way. We might be poorly and waiting for a hospital admission, for example, or we might have just come out of hospital. What we need at those times in our lives is to stabilize our situation, just to stabilize it, have that little bit of support for us in our homes. Now, if you put that into a context of someone coming home from hospital, let's say they live on their own and they're an older person and they're coming home from hospital. Well, they might have been in hospital for a month more, maybe. So what does that mean? The home's cold and welcoming. It might have been left in a bit of a mess because they were unwell when they went in. The bin's full. The fridge has got mouldy food, So someone to meet that person at home and say, it's okay, I got you. I'm going to give you that help right now. Let's get your house heated. Let's get your bedding changed. Let's get the fridge cleaned and get some food in, get the TV on, make sure everything's working, make sure they're comfortable. By stabilizing that person's situation at home, you're quite likely to be alleviating them ending up being readmitted to hospital, which is yet just another pressure on our healthcare system. So this is what our humans will do. They will be there at your time of crisis in your home, regardless of what your need is. If you're a person with additional needs in any way, shape or form, elderly, frailty, health condition, disability, responsibilities, whatever, we can be there for you at a time you need it. And that's what we want to be. We want our humans to be there for people, and we want to recruit from within our communities. So what we're actually doing is cultivating and developing and fostering community connections that can only grow and thrive.
It's absolutely fantastic, and that kind of stuff will help people so much mentally as well. Because, like you say, if you're going back after that long, you're going to be worrying about all these things about your home or what the state of things are going to be. And to remove all that worry, promote your mental health. That's going to promote your recovery as well. Whatever the situation may be coming back from, it's lovely to see this area being addressed, because I feel like this is something that isn't really thought about so much. I'm going to move on now to the next question. What's the process of joining, and how would someone go about this?
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely answer this one. So we tried to, hopefully we've succeeded in making the process for joining us as simple as possible. So how it works at the moment is that anyone who wishes to join us, we just ask that they visit our website, which is, I'll just say it anyway, www.humansofthepeninsula.co.uk. When they visit the website, there is a section that says join us. They can firstly read about all our information, our background, what inspired us, what sort of things the roles entail. And then the join us section, we have 3 options to choose from. Now, they can join us for paid PA roles, which is to join our PA bank of humans, which obviously are deployed across Cornwall. Then they can join us for random acts of kindness. So which is volunteering, so offering their time in an ad hoc way, or maybe they might want to sign up to, a bit more commitment on random acts of kindness, or they can sign up to do both, which we like to call our superhuman option, as these people are just fantastic to sign up for both. Now, when they click on whichever option they'd like to choose, it will take them to a tailored registration form. They just fill in all the details there. We get everything that we need from them. And that is really the start of their onboarding process, where we will then take them through verification checks. We will do an online interview. We'll really get to know them as best we can during them coming on the journey with us. And then once they've sort of passed through all those stages, we then send them their personal login details to sign into our app. So the app is tailored for each person. They have their own account, and it's where they'll get real-time notifications of roles that are available in their area. So it will come through to us. We'll receive referrals through from the hospital, from the community, wherever they come from. We'll create an ad on the app, and it will, within 2 minutes, be on the phones of all the PAs or volunteers that are in that area and signed up for work. And they can just then accept or decline whether they'd like to do that role. There is absolutely no pressure to pick up the role if it doesn't fit around what they're doing that week, or maybe it does. They can just accept or decline. It's really quick and easy.
That is an incredibly well-designed and well-organised system. Sorry, I come from a web development background, and that's the kind of thing that was my role. And I'm getting off topic, I know, but my goodness, that's awesome. Sorry, you caught me off guard. But bringing it back to what it is, that is fantastic. It's almost like almost an emergency service. It's anyone in the area, can you please respond to this? That's absolutely fantastic. I want to focus in on one part you mentioned. So you said all anyone needs to do is go to the website, obviously, and make a choice. Who would this suit? Who is this available to?
Good question, Podge, because I think what personal assistants are, any of us can be a personal lifestyle assistant, and any of us can be a volunteer and undertake a random act of kindness, can't we? And I've yet to do it, but I will be signing up as a volunteer for the app. I work full time. I have a family. I will sign up as a volunteer because I know I don't have to agree to, say, for example, commit myself to a whole, a day a week or anything like that. Through the app, I can just say, I'm here, I'm available. This is me. This is my community. This is where I'm at. If you post a job or a task that needs doing, and that's near me, and that's on a time I can do it, whether it's an evening, weekend, outside of work, I can accept that. Why wouldn't I do it for my community? I can do it the same. So what we're looking at here is people who work but just have a few more hours to give. Whether they want to do it as a volunteer or whether they want to do it as a paid role, that comes down to people's personal circumstances, and we need both in equal measure. So there's no judgment around how people sign up. If they want paid work, brilliant. Let's get you some paid work.
I think
students often look
no, you're
for.
back. Sorry, we lost you for a second there.
Sorry. Students, often, a student might want to just, have the app on their phone and be available to work in their home.
I think we've lost you again completely now. Oh no, you've come back again. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, I think we're having a bit of a signal dropout issue.
I'm so sorry. Sorry. Okay, so students available, volunteering, paid work in evenings, weekends, college, holidays, that kind of thing, or even for placements too. Retired people who are retired, but they've still got more to give, and how much wonderful skills and depth of knowledge and experience do retired people have. We'd love to draw on retired people. And so it's just available for anybody, really, just anybody. And just to give you some examples of people that have signed up so far, we've got people who are former nurses. We've got people who are currently working as OTs, who are working as case coordinators within Cornwall Council. We've got business people, People just want to join this network, and it's about us, and it's about all of us, and it's for all of us. And for anybody who thinks that, this is not for me, or this is not about me, believe me, we're all going to be there at some point in our lives, every single one of us.
Oh, yes.
And if not, we're going to have a family member that is. So why wouldn't we want to be there and do our bit right now?
Absolutely perfect. It's so lovely to see that it's so open for pretty much anyone to get involved with, no matter what your situation may be. And I like the fact that you've got, like you said, equal amount of paid work to volunteer work. There's no judgment, because I find a lot of time people need the work, but they're afraid to say I need to be paid, because it's the judgment that comes along. It's almost that stigma that comes along with it. And for you to just to show openly, no, we understand that. It's really lovely to show that you're thinking about that side of things as well, because to be able to look after other people, we need to look after ourselves as well. I want to move on actually to training. Is this provided? And if so, how do you go about this?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is definitely provided. So even if obviously some of the people we have on our PA bank at the minute already have backgrounds in health and social care, you don't have to have a background in it to join us at Humans. All of the training is provided. We do have online training courses. So when anyone who wants to join Humans joins us and goes through the process, after the verification check stage and the interview stage, that is when we provide the link to our online training. So these are bespoke courses that enable each of the PAs or the volunteers to be trained up to our level of Humans, and it is completely relaxed. They can do it in their own time, whether it could be done in as short as 3 hours, or they could do it over a matter of weeks. There's absolutely no pressure at all, but everything that they will need is included there. And then once they get through to the stage where they join us on the app, we have lots of information on there. We have videos. We're going to be having some podcasts on there which sort of cover certain topics, maybe certain conditions. There will always be training going on, and there'll always be new subjects, new topics and things to be discussed on there.
Perfect, absolutely brilliant. I think helping people with the simple tasks, like you said, for example, when they're coming back from hospital, things like sorting the fridge out, sorting a mess out, can be some of the most impactful help we can give, because it's maybe simple, but it's some of the most in-your-face and most effective things that could really have a negative impact if it's not sorted. And like you said, it's about community. Where can people go for more information on DisAbility Cornwall and the Humans of the Peninsula project?
Well, in DisAbility Cornwall website, disabilitycornwall.org.uk, and it's what we'd just like to let you know, Podge, if we can, is this service that we're talking about with humans as well, and where we have PAs, there's also an entire service behind it that Romy also delivers, where we take a person-centered approach to people's needs and help look at their needs with them in a co-produced way. And we bring all that support and services around that individual. We broker that support for them and we help put it into place, because Cornwall and our services are very fragmented. People often don't know what they need, but we can help them with that. We can overcome all of that. So if there is people in need in the community, we can help provide that services to them, and people can refer to us anybody that might be likely in need of that support. It's not just there for people coming out of hospital. It's there for people to refer to us, whether they are in the community, whether it's adult social care, anybody at all can refer through, and we will support them, because we were fortunate in securing funding to deliver this programme throughout the winter time, which will be a really key time now as we look towards possibly a little bit of a bleak winter and tough times ahead. But we want people to know we're here for them. So in terms of, if you want to contact our organisation just generally, our disability information advice line is open 5 days a week, 9 to 5, on 01736 759 500. And I'll let Romy mention humans.
Yeah, so similar on the Humans of the Peninsula front. So the website is humansofthepeninsula.co.uk. Our contact number is on there and a contact us form. But just to let everybody know the number, it's 01736 697 040.
Fantastic. Romy Jane, you're keeping such happy faces through it all. Don't worry, I forget the details for chaos all the time here, and I say them every flipping day, every hour. Thank you both so much. It's so lovely to see such smiling faces, considering all the work you do, and you need to have that attitude, don't you, to be able to help other people. It's not, you've got to have that positivity. Please look after yourselves as well. It's so lovely to have you on here, and thank you for all of your hard work that you're doing.
Thank you, Pudge. Thanks for inviting us.
Please come back again soon. It'd be lovely to chat to you. So if you
thank you.
Fantastic. If you've just joined us, you can watch our interview with Jane and Romy on the Chaos TV YouTube channel, along with all our highlights. We've got a video from Humans of the Peninsula now, with more information on how to join.
Hello, welcome to the Humans of the Peninsula process. We would like to show you how our humans are recruited and how we are growing this new workforce. We wanted to make joining Humans of the Peninsula as simple as possible. Anybody who wishes to join Humans just needs to visit our website at www.humansofthepeninsula.co.uk. This will take them to our landing page, which you can see here, where they can learn all about humans, who we are, what we do and what inspired us. On the left hand side you'll see the navigation panel, and this gives them lots of different options to choose from. They can go to the About Us section and learn about us in a little more depth. There's a blog post section for articles and news, and then we have the Join Our Network section. On this section, as you'll see, they get 3 options of the roles that we currently have available with humans. The first is for random acts of kindness. These are unpaid roles that are to support people within the community. This could be a one-time random act of kindness, maybe popping in to do a welfare check, or if maybe someone's coming home from hospital, just to make sure that their home is warm and ready for them when they get home. They can complete as many or as little of these as they would like. We then have for paid employment. This is for anybody who wishes to join our bank of personal care assistants that we deploy across Cornwall. We believe in keeping people local, as we think this is more sustainable and really fosters community spirit, so you will only be notified of roles available for paid employment in your area. These roles can vary across the board as we take a person-centred approach to people's needs. The role could include possibly popping in and doing laundry for a client, or it could involve supporting with breakfast, medication prompts, doing some cleaning and household chores in the home, or it may also include pet care. Then we have what we like to call our superhuman option, which is for someone to sign up for both paid employment and for random acts of kindness. That involves the two options that I just discussed, but they sign up and they will get notifications of every role that is available in their area, whether it is a one-time check-in or it's committing to a paid PA role. As you can see, there's buttons below, so they just simply click on the option that they would like to choose, and it will take them to a personalised registration form for that option. This will enable them to provide us with all the information that we need to know to start them on their Humans of the Peninsula journey. Once they complete and send that off, it then comes through to us at Human Central, and we are then able to start joining them on the onboarding process, which we'll go on to explain.
Once we have all of the new PA's information, we can then progress them onto the verification checks. This is to ensure they're safe to be working within our client group. We run through an enhanced DBS check with all new starters, and also ask for a professional and character referee so that we can get to know them a bit better. Once they have passed through the checking stage, we will send them a WhatsApp message to say congratulations on passing through this stage. This helps the people keep more engaged and included in their journey. We then invite all new starters to a virtual interview. Given the nature of humans, we might not always meet our colleagues face to face at the office, so therefore it gives us a great chance to meet our prospective team members. We ask them questions like who they are, what they specialise in and what client background they have, so that when we're rolling out jobs on the app, we can tell who will be a great candidate. This also gives the new starter a chance to ask us any questions they may have. Once the interview is over, if they're successful, they'll be invited to join our training portal online. The new starter will then be provided with a login to the online training portal. They'll be asked to complete the mandatory 6 courses, which include first aid awareness, food hygiene, moving and handling assessment, health and safety, safeguarding of vulnerable adults, and confidentiality. We believe these are a mandatory 6 courses which enable the PA to carry out their role safely. We keep track of their progress through the online training portal, and once they are complete, they will be moved on to the final stage of the process. The final stage is to sign the worker agreement, which includes the work time regulations agreement. They will then be provided with their very own Humans of the Peninsula app credentials, where they can then log in and set their location. Once they have done this, they can start accepting jobs in their area and get involved.
Downloading the Humans of the Peninsula app is really easy. It can be found in the Google Store or the Apple's iTunes Store. They can simply pop it in the search bar, hit download. As you can see here, I've already downloaded it, so I'm just going to go ahead and open it. All new members of Humans of the Peninsula, once they've gone through the recruitment process on our website, they would have been given login details to have access to our app. When they use those login details to log in, they will be taken to our landing screen, which you can see here. So it is our landing page for the whole app. It says congratulations on your successful recruitment and welcome to our network. This is the page where they can view videos of an induction to humans, who we are and what we do in more detail, and there will also be a section for frequently asked questions for any sort of information that they might need throughout their humans journey with us. Then if you click up in the top left corner, they will receive our drop down menu where we have lots of options for them to go through. The first one is the Your Location section. So we try and locate roles as close to the client as we possibly can, but also for the members of the Humans of the Peninsula, whether they are personal lifestyle assistants or random act of kindness members, they have the option to cover which areas they may like close to their home. For example, somebody could live quite rurally but actually be close to 3 towns and wish to commit to roles in all 3 areas. This is where they would come and simply choose which areas they would like to cover, and that is the areas that they will receive real-time notifications for. Going back to the menu, the next we have is the Notification Centre. Here is where all real-time notifications will be displayed. Well, they will also come through as a notification on the phone, which I'll show you in just a moment, but if they happen to miss that notification or accidentally knock it off their screen, here is where they will find it. They can apply for roles directly from here, but also I'll show you the full process in just a moment. Then back to the menu, we have the edit your information section. From when our humans of the Peninsula sign up with us, we understand people might move house, things might change, including contact numbers and so on. This is where they can come, put their human's ID number is and tell us what their changes are. The next is the report a concern section. As we know, things don't always go to plan day to day in the community. This is where they can report a concern confidentially to a member of our Human Central team back at the office. This might be a concern with another human of the Peninsula. It could be a concern that they're having with their client, or maybe with a client's neighbour or another situation. This comes directly through to us at the office and we can deal with it from there. The next we have is the permanent roles section. The bank staff roles that we list in real time on our app are obviously short term. They don't last longer than 4 weeks. This is where, if they would like to take on long-term PA roles, we can advertise them on behalf of self-funding employers, or maybe people who are in receipt of a direct payment or a continuing healthcare budget and they're looking to source their own PAs. They can pop in a keyword, they can choose what area they would like to look at roles in, and they will display just down at the bottom. The next option on the drop down menu is to visit our website. This takes them straight through to the Join Us page. This is where they can share the link, they can share it with friends, family, they can share it on social media platforms, they can do everything from clicking that one. Next is our policies and procedures. We do have the policies and the procedures on our website, but these ones are more tailored to the actual HR and the employment side of things. This is where they can come at any point, simply click on a policy and get the information that they need to know. The last on the list is our Contact Us section. Here is where they have direct links to all of our communication sources. The Facebook link takes them through to our private Facebook group, which is a peer support group for all of our humans to discuss and share information and maybe share ideas of things that they found in the area. For example, this corner shop is really great. They do deliveries to people at home if you have a client in this area, and so on. Or maybe they might be sharing ideas of, reduced concession to places where people might take their clients, and so on. Then the direct link to our Instagram page, where we're always sharing news and upcoming things that are happening with humans, our direct link to our website again, and also our email should they need it. The app is super simple to use and we like to make it as easy and as user friendly as possible. So from a back office point of view and at Human Central in our team, we send out real-time notifications as we get them. For example, in the morning we may well receive an update from the hospital to say that they have a lady who's coming out of hospital this afternoon or this evening and she might need support on her first day to settle in at home. She may have a package of care being ready to start up, but that might not be until the following morning. Sometimes we do see situations like this. So we would simply take that referral, find out exactly what we need to do in the client's details. We would then pop a notification out on the app and send it out to all of our humans that are registered in that area. This could be whether we choose to send it out to unpaid members if the job role is quite simple, it's maybe just getting a bit of shopping or something like that, or maybe it might be a personal lifestyle assistant is needed, a little light clean of the property to make sure there's no dustlet settled since she's been gone, making sure that the heating's on and making sure that the water's running, making sure that she's got food in the building until the next morning. If they want to read more about the job advert, they'd simply click on it here. This will take them to where they can read in more detail about the job role. They have the option to cancel, and if that job is not for them and they don't have time to complete the role, they simply hit cancel. But if they do have time to complete the role, then they might hit on the view button here. This will take them to the section where they can apply for these roles. Here they will see the job notification number as it was on the job notification when it came through to the phone. They simply click on that one there. They type in apply, they want to apply for that role, and send that out. Then from our back office central team, we will see that that human has applied for that role. This function and this sort of chat feature allows us to have numerous people apply for one role. We find this really useful because it gives us a good selection of people to choose from for each role, whether they be paid or unpaid. And also we tend to serve on a first come first serve basis. But if we feel like one of the humans has got a more tailored background to support the needs of the client, then we will of course filter that way. And that is how the Humans of the Peninsula app works.